as promised, this is going to be a reading vlog. So these are my goals for today. So it's to finally finish this one, The Policeman by Kate Thompson. It's not like I dislike it. I really enjoy it. This is a kid's book. I really enjoy it. Like, bad enough young adult doesn't float with me sometimes, but this one I actually really enjoy it. It's just that my schedule, I've paid more attention, which is technically is a good thing, to be fair. Paid more attention to studying the Bible to actually reading books, but this list, and I keep buying new books as well, so it's kind of, we need to finish this book as well. So my mission today is to actually finish it, but I've not got that much left, to be fair. So yeah, hopefully I'll finish that today. Next I have Saga. This is a volume 4. This one I bought ages ago, so I need to kind of, probably more than likely I will finish this one. I then have another book which I bought a while ago. This is The Hike by Lucy Clark. I want to at least start reading this one. So yeah, I think this is about like people who go on a hike but go missing, something like that. And then I've been studying through Embracing Joy by Jean Willand. So if I finish this one, I will start another one as well. I'm not sure which one I'll start yet. Maybe the reread of Lost City of Z. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I may go to the coffee shop after the gym to kind of read one of these, or maybe just study this. I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah. The colours in this palette is really gorgeous, but I rarely use it just because of the size of it, because I don't reach for massive palettes because they're not practical at all to take with you, which always ends up being a shame because the colours in here and the colour scheme is really good. It's just because it's massive. So I actually couldn't stay in there longer than I wanted to because their toilets had broke, and technically they shouldn't even be this shouldn't have been even open for sitting, because legally if you sell food you have to offer toilets, and if your toilets are broken then technically you shouldn't really be open. I know this because there was a Costa which wasn't attached to the shopping centre. They were only allowed to do takeaways because their toilet had broken. So yeah, technically what they were doing, they weren't really supposed to do it, but yeah, so I only stayed for an hour. If they did have toilets, I probably would have finished her book already, but I didn't want to risk it because walking when your bladder is full is like the worst thing you could ever do. It feels horrible. I don't know what's worse, walking or being in a vehicle, because it just, yeah. I have finally finished this book. It is so good. For a children's book, it's actually really good. It's like a fantasy book. I don't want to get too into it because I'm going to be doing a review of this, but I definitely recommend it, especially if you're into like fantasy reads and fantasy stories. But yeah, and it's not too kind of like basic kind of thing, because the issue I have with young adults is it can read so kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm not sure how I would describe the kind of reading. It's kind of like I don't want to say basic, but I don't know. It's hard. There's only a few young adult books that I like, but I really, really like this one. I think it's a true. I've looked and it says it's young adult, but I swear it's a child's book. But I don't know. Either way, definitely recommend. Really enjoyed it. If you've not read the Saga series, I definitely recommend you give them a read, especially if you're into like sci-fi and stuff. I'm not like a massive fan of sci-fi, but I do really like this series. I do want to point out though, it's very sexual, like very sexualized. So if you're not interested in very weird sex and questionable things that happen to do with sex and stuff, then I don't recommend it. But other than that, if you can go past it, it's a pretty good series. So I've started reading The Hike. I'm up to page 43. So how this goes is a group of friends decide to go to Norway, I think it's Norway, to go on a hike. When I said it was the girls' ideas, it's one of the girls' ideas. Basically, they take it in turns to go on like holidays and stuff. And basically each chapter is each girl's perspective, which is kind of cool. Some people like that, some people don't like it. I don't mind it. It depending on obviously the story and stuff. Um, but yeah, so far obviously I'm not really even hit like halfway through. But so far it's interesting. I don't want to give too much away because just in case you want to read it, but they've found out the hike they want to do kind of has this kind of bad history, as in another hiker's gone missing, and also this kind of like urban legend around this kind of area. So yeah, this is the first time I've eaten passion fruit and I don't even know what to feel. It feels like I'm just eating seeds, and it's really sour as well. I think I just prefer like the juice of passion fruit, because for me this tastes a bit pointless, like I'm just eating seeds, which, don't get me wrong, there's some seeds that are really nice, but like, I don't know, this is too weird. I don't know, it's a bit of a weird experience. And I do like I don't even know if it's in season. A passion fruit supposed to taste sour? I don't even know, but this is a weird experience. It actually slightly reminds me of pomegranate juice, but more sour. Yeah. It is 3 o'clock, so it is TBR update. TBR update. You know what I'm talking about, but this is an update. So if you've watched my reading vlogs before, which I don't do that many anyway, I don't continually read and read. I take breaks in between, otherwise my brain will hurt. So, so the hike, I am up to page 56, and then on Saga I have just read the first chapter, so I'm having high hopes that I'm going to probably read at least up to 200 pages on this one and finish this one. I don't know if I'll start another book today, depending on what book it is and if I'm in the mood for that, but yeah, that is where I'm at currently. So I don't know if this is gonna be my final update, because it is after 6 and I'm thinking about getting a bath in a minute. So with the Saga, I'm now on chapter 3 and I have not made much progress on this, but that's because I've been hooked on this, to be fair. Nothing like major has happened yet in this, but it's got me reading it, and I am currently on page 123. So as I said, I don't know if this is going to be my last update. I might fit in some more reading if I still have the energy and before like I go to bed, so probably around like 8:30, because I have an early start tomorrow. So we're on page 163 and things are starting to pick up. It's kind of doing like a POV. So before you had the POV of the girls, now you've got another chapter that pops in now and again, and it's titled I think it's called the rescue, something like that. We don't know if it's the girls rescue or another rescue of other hiker, but it's getting very interesting. I don't want to chuck in my theories or anything like that, but I have some theories, but I don't want to say them because I don't want to spoil them. But yeah, I surprisingly really enjoyed this one. But yeah, I've read quite a lot. As I said, I'm on page 163, so I'm on page 174, and guys, this is getting interesting. I just want to say, if I started this earlier on, I would have taken me just a day to finish it. But because I have work, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. But things are heating up. Things are heating up. Things are heating up. So this is giving me the last update. It's currently 8 o'clock. So with this one, I've read halfway through, and then this I've read to 207, and OMD, I think I know the theory of what might have happened to the other hiker that went missing. I don't want to give too much away, but bear in mind what I'm about to say might be slight spoilers. So I'm going to count 3, 2, 1. I reckon she saw something that she wasn't supposed to see, and yeah, that got her disappeared, aka murdered somewhere. It just unfolded so much, and I'm like, okay, and then you've got, yeah, so I'm not gonna say any more. Just read it. But yeah, things are picking up. As I said, if I wasn't at work and need to go to bed at a decent time, I would finish this. I would literally finish it. That's how much I am enjoying this. But yeah, that's it for this video. So bye, guys.